From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Heads Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, happy Friday morning to you. The weekend is almost here, and we're going to wrap up the work week with dry conditions. We're going to keep it dry through the weekend with a bit of a warming trend going into the weekend as well. But it looks like it'll be dry through at least early next week, say around Monday. I think for the most part we should stay dry through Monday. It's after that it's still kind of up in the air as far as the overall timing of our next chance for rain, and quite honestly, even the amount of rainfall that we're going to see. But we'll get into a little bit more detail of that here in a second. And then cooler and wetter pattern next week may not be so wet. And again, that's what I was kind of talking about here. All right, so let's kind of get you through the day today. We've got mostly sunny skies here. I think for the valley, we'll be looking at temperatures low to mid 60s. No big surprises, no big shocker here. I think it's going to warm up even more over the weekend. For Siskiyou-Modoc County, low to mid 50s, upper 50s for the eastern mountains today. Look for temperatures in the mid to upper 50s for the north coast, the coast in general. The inland area is low 60s. And for Trinity County, also looking temperatures somewhere in the low 60s this afternoon. Okay, so let's kind of give you the overall pattern and setup. What we're looking at right now is the American forecast model. It's known as the GFS forecast model. Okay, so we're going to kind of just go off this and I'll kind of talk about and walk you through it here. First and foremost, this warmer air down here, that's coming in over the weekend. And that's what we have in store for us as we take you into Saturday and Sunday. I think some of us in the valley could quite possibly touch that 70-degree mark for both Saturday and Sunday. Gorgeous weekend in store for us. It's this right here. I've got my eyes on this trough of low pressure that's over the Gulf of Alaska. Where this decides to go is the key to our forecast, not only with the temperatures, but with the potential for rainfall. Okay, so based on this model, it takes it down to the south, and it actually breaks itself off from the upper level flow. It's what we call a cutoff area of low pressure, and it kind of cuts itself off from the upper level pattern here. So that pocket of cooler air is going to kind of sit and spin just off to our west. Now, I will say this. The previous forecast model had this a little bit even more to the west, indicating that it will be dry through Wednesday. And it kept it there all through next week. But now it wants to push it off to the east and potentially bring us some rain by, say, Thursday, Friday of next week. So let's take a look at that, what that means when we take a look at the rainfall. And again, you can see this is the area of low pressure I was talking about. Here's that trough of low pressure we're going to be watching here. So you can see it's going to kind of sit and spin there. We'll see some energy rotating around it, and then you see how it kind of dives down to the south. Now that's taking you into Wednesday of next week. And you see how it's dry for all of California. I will say this, the European forecast model has this over here. That would indicate rain maybe even as early as late Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But again, based on this, it's still dry. Now, they both agree, both the American and the European forecast model have this low pressure, giving us more rain for Thursday and Friday of next week. So still, the overall confidence on the exact timing and how much rain we're going to see, it's just not there yet. But they're beginning to show just minor signs of kind of coming together, and that should allow us to give us maybe a day or two before we can really start kind of fine-tuning next week's forecast. So I don't want to give you estimated rainfall totals. I don't want to give you estimated snowfall totals because we're just not there yet. And that will just give you a false sense of what to expect, and I don't want to do that. So that's essentially what we're kind of looking at this point. I do think that we will see some rain next week, but the timing and how much rain we see out of it, that's still a big question mark. So stay tuned. Keep it tuned here to Weather NorCal. And as soon as that new data comes in, as soon as we have more updates, of course, I'll have those for you. All right, so here's what we have with those wave heights. We've got those wave heights pretty high today, around 11 to 12 feet. They kind of wane a little bit, but then kind of come back as we go into Saturday afternoon. So not much relief from those wave heights. So we look at that marine forecast for today. Those north winds at 5 to 10 knots, waves from the west at 9 feet at about 14 seconds. Now, no alerts through the day, but there will be a small craft advisory later on this evening and going into tomorrow. All right, so here's your forecast for today. Yeah, it would be some high clouds, temperatures mid 60s give or take, for the valley. I do expect temperatures mainly in the 50s for the eastern mountains. Mid to upper 50s also for Siskiyou County. For Trinity County, we're in the low 60s. Low 60s also inland in there, those upper 50s for the coast. Okay, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. And there you can see it's dry. I mean, just a gorgeous Veterans Day weekend. That's going to be the case here for today, tomorrow, Sunday. Even Monday at this point, looking pretty promising to stay dry. It's that chance, and this is what we call a broad brush forecast, where we talk about that chance for showers for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And by the way, snow levels I would estimate at this time to be probably somewhere between 4,500 and over 5,000 feet. But again, that will be determined as well. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the valley. Look at these temperatures. I mean, just gorgeous. Even today, mid to upper 60s. Upper 60s to about 70 for everyone in the valley for Saturday and Sunday. Get out and enjoy this beautiful weather, because it's going to cool off a bit as we go into next week. And there's that broad brush chance for showers for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. And your 7-day outlook for the North Coast looks like it's going to be pretty nice for your Veterans Day as well. In fact, your Veterans Day weekend looking pretty good before we do see that chance for showers next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.